Welcome back to Who Died Today USA channel. In the past few days, we have received somber news about the passing of extraordinary talents. Today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Additionally, we will recap the stars we have recently lost. Before we begin, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you.
Here who want to see you and all that. He said, look, I'll pretend like I'm going to...
Don Mischer, the man behind America's greatest live moments. Don Mischer, the man behind America's greatest live moments, dies at 85. If you've ever been moved by a Super Bowl halftime show, brought to tears during an Olympic opening ceremony, or captivated by a flawlessly executed Oscars broadcast, chances are you were witnessing the masterful work of Don Mischer. For more than 5 decades, Don was the steady hand behind America's most watched live events, an invisible yet indispensable presence who turned fleeting performances into timeless memories. But how do you feel about Don Mischer's contributions to entertainment? On a scale from 0 to 10, how would you rate his impact on American culture? Share your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. Born on March 5, 1940 in San Antonio, Texas, Donald Leo Mischer didn't initially set out to become a TV legend. He earned his bachelor's and master's degrees in sociology and was planning on a career in education. But everything changed in November 1963. After the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, Mischer was chosen by a professor to assist national television journalists covering Vice President Lyndon Johnson in Austin. That moment opened a door he would never close. From there, Don's career skyrocketed. He directed and produced events that defined generations, from Motown 25, where Michael Jackson debuted the moonwalk, to the emotional 1996 Olympic torchlighting by Muhammad Ali, to Super Bowl shows featuring Prince, Paul McCartney, and Bruce Springsteen. He produced the Kennedy Center Honors, countless Emmy Awards, and even 3 Oscar broadcasts. His live shows weren't just events, they were cultural landmarks. Yet behind the scenes, Don Mischer was known for more than just technical brilliance. He was revered for his deep empathy and leadership. He once said, "You've got to demonstrate that you care about the performers and have their best interests in mind." That philosophy earned him the trust of stars like Beyoncé, Barbra Streisand, Robin Williams, and Billy Crystal. But even legends face challenges. In 2004, during the Democratic National Convention, Mischer was caught on a live mic frantically yelling for more balloons, his frustration echoing across CNN in real time. The moment went viral, but Don handled it with humility and humor, later calling it one of his most humanizing experiences. He never pretended perfection, and that honesty only endeared him more to colleagues and audiences alike. Over the course of his career, Don received 13 Primetime Emmy Awards, a Peabody, a Sports Emmy, 10 DGA Awards, and multiple Lifetime Achievement honors. In 2023, he published his memoir, 10 Seconds to Air, My Life in the Director's Chair, offering readers an intimate look into the high-wire act of live television. Tragically, Don Mischer passed away in his sleep on April 11, 2025, in Los Angeles, at the age of 85. His death was confirmed by a family spokesperson. Though peaceful, his passing left a noticeable void in the entertainment world, a quiet end to a life that had orchestrated some of the loudest, brightest moments in broadcasting history. He is survived by his wife, former CBS executive Susan Reed, his children Jennifer, Heather, Charles, and Lily, and 2 grandchildren, Everly and Tallulah. His influence lives on not only in the iconic footage he helped bring to life, but also in the countless young producers and directors he inspired along the way. Don Mischer once said, "I just want to be known as someone who loved doing his work, treated people well, and had a few opportunities in his life to do some things that were outstanding." By all accounts, he achieved exactly that. So what do you remember most about Don Mischer's work? Did one of his broadcasts leave a lasting impression on you? Let us know in the comments, and take a moment to honor the man who made America's biggest moments feel personal, unforgettable, and profoundly human.
No, you don't.
What? Wait a minute, is this about Abby? Are you that?
Nicky Katt was a gifted American character actor born on May 11, 1970, in Acapulco, Mexico. Raised in Los Angeles by his mother, costume designer Carol Katt, he began acting as a child and quickly made his mark in television series like Fantasy Island, The Facts of Life, and Chips. He rose to prominence with his scene-stealing role as Clint Bruno in Richard Linklater's cult classic Dazed and Confused, later working with acclaimed directors like Christopher Nolan, Insomnia, The Dark Knight, Robert Rodriguez, Sin City, Planet Terror, and Steven Soderbergh, The Limey, Full Frontal. Katt's sharp wit, improvisational brilliance, and dedication to his craft made him a favorite among filmmakers. He brought unforgettable energy to supporting roles in A Time to Kill, Boiler Room, and the TV drama Boston Public, where he portrayed unconventional teacher Harry Sennett. Tragically, Nicky Katt passed away in April 2025 at the age of 54. His death was confirmed by his attorney, John Sloss, though the cause was not disclosed. In his final years, Katt had withdrawn from the industry to care for his mother. His passing has left a profound void in the acting community, and he is remembered for his bold choices, electric screen presence, and lasting impact on American cinema. Our next piece of news involves a Hollywood legend whose screen presence was unforgettable and whose personal battles were deeply human. We're talking about Val Kilmer, the beloved actor known for iconic roles in Top Gun, Batman Forever, and The Doors. And before we begin, we want to hear from you. From 0 to 100, what grade do you give Val Kilmer as an actor? Tell us in the comments below. Your opinion truly matters. Val Kilmer passed away on April 1st, 2025, at the age of 65. According to his daughter, Mercedes Kilmer, the cause was pneumonia. But as many fans know, Kilmer had been battling throat cancer since 2014, a fight that drastically changed the course of his life and career. Born in 1959 in Los Angeles, Kilmer showed early artistic promise and became the youngest student ever accepted into Juilliard's prestigious drama program at the time. He was a true chameleon on screen, effortlessly slipping into diverse roles, from the cocky Iceman in Top Gun to the soulful Jim Morrison in The Doors to the dark and brooding Batman in Batman Forever. His portrayal of Jim Morrison was so powerful that many believed he had been possessed by the rock legend's spirit. Even director Oliver Stone admitted, Kilmer didn't just play Morrison, he became him. But behind the fame, Kilmer was fighting a different kind of war. In 2017, after years of denial and speculation, he confirmed he had been diagnosed with throat cancer and had undergone chemotherapy, radiation, and a tracheotomy that permanently altered his voice. His once commanding presence was reduced to a faint whisper, but he never stopped trying to connect with his audience. In 2021, Kilmer released a deeply personal documentary titled Val, compiled from decades of home videos and narrated with the help of AI technology to recreate his voice. The film was raw, vulnerable, and beautiful. It peeled back the layers of stardom to reveal a man who loved art, family, and authenticity. And then came one last appearance, Top Gun, Maverick in 2022. It was short, but unforgettable. Kilmer's brief scene, aided by technology and shot with great care, had fans around the world in tears. It wasn't just Iceman on screen. It was Val Kilmer saying goodbye. Still, what many didn't know was just how much Kilmer had suffered in private. After his death, disturbing details emerged from his autopsy report. It wasn't just pneumonia that took him. The report revealed severe malnutrition, untreated infections, and signs that Kilmer had been refusing medical care in his final months. He had chosen solitude, shielding his pain from even those closest to him. Friends and family later admitted that in his final year, Val had withdrawn, turning down calls, avoiding visits, and slowly slipping away from public life. But why did he hide so much? Was it pride, a desire to be remembered as strong, or simply the quiet resolve of a man who had spent a lifetime behind masks and roles? Despite everything, Val Kilmer's legacy remains intact. He gave us decades of unforgettable performances and moments that will echo through cinema history. He challenged what it meant to be a leading man, raw, unpredictable, magnetic. He once said, "Once you're a star, you're always a star, just at different levels." And indeed, he never stopped shining. So, what do you think about Val Kilmer's emotional and complex journey? How did his story impact you? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's remember this extraordinary actor, not just for the characters he played, but for the courage he showed behind the scenes.
System. I am judge, jury, and executioner. Vengeance is...
Mel Novak was best known for his chilling portrayal of villains in classic martial arts and action films, most notably as the sharpshooting assassin Stick in Bruce Lee's Game of Death, 1978. With his icy glare and signature matchstick-in-mouth look, Novak became an unforgettable figure in 1970s cinema. His performances in Black Belt Jones, An Eye for an Eye, and Tom Horn cemented his reputation as a menacing yet magnetic screen presence. Born on June 16, 1934, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to Serbian immigrant parents, Novak initially pursued a career in sports, turning down over 60 football scholarships before signing with the Pittsburgh Pirates. A rotator cuff injury, however, cut short his athletic dreams, leading him to California, where he found his true calling in acting. Renowned for performing his own stunts, Novak's physical commitment brought authenticity to every role, but it also left him with lasting injuries. In his final years, he endured daily pain from decades of action work, according to his daughter, Nicole. Tragically, Mel Novak passed away on April 9, 2025, at the age of 90, due to natural causes at a care facility in Southern California. His death was confirmed by his daughter. He is remembered not only for his fierce screen presence, but also for his kindness, humility, and decades of spiritual service to those in need. Dwayne Wiggins was a gifted American singer, guitarist, and producer, best known as a founding member of the iconic R&B trio Toni, Toné. Born in Oakland, California, he helped shape the sound of late 1980s and 1990s R&B with soulful hits like Feels Good, Little Walter, and Anniversary. Alongside his brother Raphael Saadiq and cousin Timothy Christian Riley, Wiggins brought an authentic blend of funk, soul, and classic rhythm and blues that continues to influence artists today. Beyond his work with the group, Wiggins had a successful solo career and was instrumental in developing early talent for artists like Destiny's Child, Alicia Keys, and Keisha Cole. Known for his commitment to music, community, and mentoring young artists, he remained a beloved figure in the industry for decades. Tragically, Wiggins passed away on April 12, 2025, at the age of 64, following a private and courageous battle with bladder cancer. His family confirmed that he died peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. His passing comes shortly after the group's 2023 reunion tour and plans for new music. Dwayne Wiggins leaves behind a legacy of musical excellence, mentorship, and deep cultural impact. His influence will live on through the voices he helped nurture and the timeless songs he helped create.
Here's Johnny!
Breaking news. Our latest story involves a Hollywood legend, one of the most iconic actors to ever grace the silver screen. Of course, you know who we're talking about, the great Jack Nicholson. And before we go any further, do you like Jack Nicholson? From 0 to 100, what grade would you give for his unforgettable performances? Drop your answer in the comments. We truly want to hear from you. Jack Nicholson, the Oscar-winning star of films like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and The Shining, has been largely absent from Hollywood for over a decade, sparking a wave of speculation and concern from fans worldwide. A resurfaced photo of the actor on his Los Angeles balcony from April 2023 recently went viral again, showing him with unkempt hair, a large orange t-shirt, and lounge pants. And this has reignited conversations about his health, lifestyle, and the quiet life he now leads. The 87-year-old actor has reportedly been living alone in his $5 million mansion in the Hollywood Hills, far from the red carpets and courtside seats at Lakers games where he once was a fixture. Some fans took to social media to defend him, calling it peaceful retirement, while others worried he looked sad and frail. One even commented, "That can't be good for him. He needs his grandkids around or something." But those closest to Nicholson say he is doing things his way, and always has. Once known for his fiery on-screen personas and his notorious love life off-screen, Jack has always defied expectations. From his breakout role as Randall McMurphy in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which won him his first Academy Award, to his chilling performance as Jack Torrance in The Shining, his ability to bring intensity and complexity to every character made him a titan of American cinema. Let's not forget his legendary portrayal of the Joker in Tim Burton's Batman, 1989, or the iconic courtroom moment in A Few Good Men, 1992, where he delivered the unforgettable line, "You can't handle the truth." Each role seemed to etch his presence deeper into film history. In total, Nicholson racked up 12 Oscar nominations, a record for male actors, and 3 wins. Despite all that acclaim, he stepped away from acting after How Do You Know, 2010, and whispers began to circulate. By 2013, insiders hinted that Jack had started experiencing memory loss, which reportedly made it difficult for him to memorize scripts. Though no official diagnosis was ever confirmed, comparisons were drawn to other stars like Bruce Willis, who has publicly battled frontotemporal dementia. Yet, Nicholson has stayed silent, never addressing the rumors directly, letting his silence speak louder than words. His daughter, Lorraine, briefly eased fans' concerns by posting family photos during the 2025 holidays, including one where she's hugging her father. But the image was soon taken down, possibly to preserve the private world Jack has so fiercely protected in recent years. Though no longer in the public eye, Jack Nicholson's influence endures. His performances, his charisma, his quotes, they remain part of Hollywood's DNA. Even his rare Lakers appearances in 2022 and 2023 were enough to light up headlines and social media feeds. So what's next for Jack Nicholson? Most likely, more peace, more privacy, and more time spent exactly how he chooses. He may never return to the big screen, but he's already done more than enough. His legacy isn't just in the films, it's in how he lived on his own terms, both in the spotlight and now, in its shadow. And now it's your turn. What's your favorite Jack Nicholson role? Was it the terrifying Jack in The Shining, the wild Joker, or the commanding Colonel Jessup? Share your thoughts below, and help us honor a true legend whose mark on cinema is forever.
It's from a Japanese gardener over on Central Avenue.
If you've ever laughed nervously at a talking plant with a taste for blood, you've probably met Jonathan Haze. Jonathan Haze was a versatile American actor born on April 1st, 1929, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He rose to cult fame for his unforgettable role as Seymour Krelborn in The Little Shop of Horrors, 1960, a dark comedy directed by Roger Corman that became a beloved classic. As the timid flower shop clerk who discovers his potted plant thrives on human flesh, Haze brought humor, heart, and just the right amount of panic to a role that would define his career. Beyond Seymour, Haze was a familiar face in more than 24 Roger Corman films, including Stakeout on Dope Street, Not of This Earth, The Terror, and Day the World Ended. Known for playing eccentric offbeat characters, he embraced each performance with remarkable commitment and creativity. Tragically, Jonathan Haze passed away on November 2, 2024, at the age of 95 at his home in Los Angeles. His death was confirmed by his daughter, Rebecca Haze. Though he often played the underdog, his presence left a lasting impression on cult cinema. Haze's legacy endures in the laughter, thrills, and timeless charm of the films he helped bring to life.
Guys just cleaning their house, running after their kids. I definitely thought the English are really soft.
Mary Schmucker was a beloved reality television personality who brought warmth, humor, and heart to screens across America. Best known as Mama Mary on TLC's Breaking Amish and Return to Amish, she quickly became a fan favorite for her lively spirit, deep faith, and unwavering love for her family. Her presence brought light to a show that explored the difficult decisions facing young people from Amish communities as she offered a unique voice, bridging the world of tradition with compassion and understanding. Born and raised in Pennsylvania, Mary was a proud mother of 5, including Abe Schmucker, who also starred on the show. She played a central role not just in her family's journey, but in the hearts of viewers who saw in her a rare combination of honesty, humor, and grace. Off-screen, she continued to connect with fans, sharing life updates and words of encouragement to her thousands of followers on social media. In 2022, Mary was diagnosed with colon cancer. Over the next 3 years, she faced her illness with quiet strength and resilience, surrounded by loved ones and lifted by the prayers of a devoted fan base. In November 2024, she entered hospice care, and on March 28, 2025, she passed peacefully at home due to complications from the disease. Mary Schmucker leaves behind a legacy not of fame, but of faith, family, and authenticity. She reminded viewers that being true to oneself and loving others fiercely along the way is the most meaningful story of all. Her spirit will continue to shine through the memories she created, both on screen and in the hearts of those who loved her. Larry Tamblyn was a beloved figure in American rock music, a passionate performer, songwriter, and founding member of the legendary 1960s garage rock band, the Standells. Born on February 5, 1943, in Los Angeles, Larry was raised in a family of artists. As the younger brother of actor Russ Tamblyn and uncle of actress Amber Tamblyn, creativity ran deep in his roots, but it was music where Larry made his lasting mark. In 1962, Larry formed the Standells, taking on the dual role of frontman and keyboardist. The group rose to national prominence with their gritty, rebellious sound and signature hit, Dirty Water. Released in 1966, the song climbed to number 1, 11 on the Billboard charts, and remains a cherished anthem in Boston sports culture, still played after home victories for the Red Sox and Bruins. Beyond that hit, the Standells became icons of the garage rock era, known for their raw energy and appearances on TV shows like The Munsters and films such as Get Yourself a College Girl. Though the group's original run slowed in the late 60s, Larry never left music behind. He reformed the band in 2009 and continued performing well into his later years, eventually leading them on a nationwide tour in 2014. In December 2023, Larry was inducted into the California Music Hall of Fame, an honor introduced by his brother Russ. Just over a year later, on March 21, 2025, Larry Tamblyn passed away at the age of 82. His family confirmed the news, though no specific cause was given. Larry Tamblyn's legacy lives on through his music, his family, and the spirit of independence he brought to every note. He was a voice of his generation, bold, authentic, and unforgettable.
The Force is strong with him. The son of Skywalker must not become a Jedi.
Clive Revill was a gifted stage and screen actor whose remarkable voice and commanding presence left an enduring mark on generations of audiences. Born in New Zealand in 1930, Revill began his career on the stage and soon made his way to Broadway, where he earned 2 Tony Award nominations for his dynamic performances in Irma la Douce and Oliver. His theatrical talent was matched by an incredible versatility on film and television, with over 200 screen credits spanning more than 6 decades. To Star Wars fans, Revill will forever be remembered as the original voice of Emperor Palpatine in the 1980 classic The Empire Strikes Back. Though the role was brief, his chilling delivery became a pivotal moment in the saga's mythology and introduced one of cinema's most iconic villains. He later brought his voice talents to a new generation, portraying Alfred Pennyworth in Batman, the animated series, and lending his talents to beloved shows like DuckTales, The Transformers, and Alvin and the Chipmunks. In addition to his film and voice work, Revill appeared in such notable productions as Avanti, which earned him a Golden Globe nomination, and the horror cult favorite The Legend of Hell House. Throughout his life, he embraced his craft with passion and humility, never losing his enthusiasm for performing or connecting with fans. Clive Revill passed away on March 11, 2025, at the age of 94, after a battle with dementia. His daughter, Kate Revill, confirmed his passing. Though he is no longer with us, his voice, his characters, and his contributions to the arts continue to echo with grace and power, reminding us of the joy and wonder that great storytelling can bring.
Our cellar is rather poorly stocked with clarets.
Mouton Rothschild is a claret.
Bruce Glover was never just a supporting actor. He was a scene stealer, a master of the unexpected, and a true original in every sense of the word. Born in Chicago on May 2, 1932, Bruce's life was shaped by grit, service, and creativity. After serving in the U.S. Army during the Korean War, he turned his focus to the stage, where he began a lifelong journey into the soul of performance. Over the course of more than 50 years in film and television, Bruce carved out a space all his own, playing misfits, villains, and unforgettable oddballs with fearless conviction. He became an indelible part of cinema history as Mr. Wint, the quirky, menacing assassin in the 1971 James Bond film Diamonds Are Forever. His performance, filled with sly humor and eerie charm, remains one of the most memorable in the franchise's history. He was equally compelling as Duffy in Chinatown, 1974, and he brought color and character to roles in Walking Tall, Hard Times, and Ghost World. On television, Bruce appeared in a wide range of shows. From The Mod Squad and The $6 Million Man to Murder, she wrote, always bringing depth and unpredictability to the screen. In later years, Bruce dedicated himself to mentoring young actors in Los Angeles, known not only for his skill, but for his generosity and passion for the craft. Bruce Glover passed away of natural causes on March 12, 2025, at the age of 92. The news was confirmed by his son, actor Crispin Glover, who inherited his father's bold spirit and artistic courage. Bruce leaves behind a legacy of characters who were never ordinary, a life lived on his own terms, and a blueprint for what it means to be a true original in Hollywood.
Excuse me. got a problem, stork legs?
Our next story remembers a beloved television actress whose presence lit up screens and whose charm reached across generations. We're talking about the unforgettable Patty Maloney. And before we begin, do you remember seeing Patty on TV? From 0 to 10, how would you rate her performance as honk or lumpy? Let us know in the comments. Your memories help keep her legacy alive. Patty Maloney, the 3'11" actress best known for her roles in Far Out Space Nuts and the Star Wars Holiday Special, has passed away at the age of 89. Her death, confirmed by her brother Dave Mirabo, occurred on March 31, 2025, in hospice care in Winter Park, Florida, after years of struggling with the effects of multiple strokes. Though small in stature, Patty had a giant heart, a larger-than-life personality, and a legacy that continues to shine. Born Patricia Ann Maloney on March 17, 1936, in Perkinsville, New York, she faced early hardship. Her father died when she was just 7 years old, and she was raised by her mother and stepfather in Florida. Yet from a young age, she found joy in performance. She joined the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus and later trained in dance and mime, skills that would become signature to her silent but emotionally rich characters. Patty broke into television in the 1970s and quickly became a favorite on family shows produced by Sid and Marty Krofft. Her role as Honk, the furry alien sidekick in Far Out Space Nuts, required no dialogue, just the clever use of a horn on her head and expressive body language. Critics praised her performance as proof that words weren't needed to convey depth and humor. But it was her role as Lumpy, Chewbacca's son, in the Star Wars Holiday Special, 1978, that made her a part of pop culture history, even if the special itself was widely panned. Patty wore a full-body costume made of human hair and recalled the intensity of shooting days where she balanced stunt work on other productions with fitting sessions for the intricate animatronic headpiece designed by Stan Winston. Throughout the 1980s and 90s, Patty kept busy. She acted in Little House on the Prairie, Charlie's Angels, The Love Boat, and movies like Under the Rainbow and The Ice Pirates. She also puppeteered for HBO's Tales from the Crypt, operating the infamous Crypt Keeper puppet. Patty was widowed young when her husband, Joseph Vitek, died of melanoma in 1968. Friends encouraged her to return to performing as a way to heal. And from then on, she never stopped. For a little person growing up in a big world, she did everything she wanted to do, her brother said. Though she may no longer be with us, Patty Maloney's legacy lives on in the smiles she brought, the characters she gave life to, and the inspiration she offered to performers of all sizes. Did Patty Maloney's work bring back memories for you? Which role touched you the most? Share your thoughts below, and help us honor the legacy of a true star who made the most of every inch of life.
HIV virus. He was immediately put on treatment, strong antiviral drugs, which have suppressed the virus.
Breaking news. Fame, fortune, and a fair share of chaos. Charlie Sheen's story is a wild ride. But after years of headline-making moments, is there still more to his story than we know? Let's talk about one of Hollywood's most captivating and controversial figures, Charlie Sheen. Known for his wild ride in the entertainment industry, Sheen's journey has been one of extremes. From being one of the highest-paid actors on television to facing public scandals and personal health struggles, Charlie Sheen's life has captivated millions. So where is he now, and how has he navigated through the ups and downs of fame? Charlie Sheen, born Carlos Erwin Estevez on September 3, 1965, in New York City, has always been a man in the spotlight. He comes from a family with deep ties to Hollywood, being the son of actor Martin Sheen and the brother of actor Emilio Estevez. His early entry into the world of acting seemed almost destined, and Sheen quickly rose to prominence. He starred in the critically acclaimed Platoon, 1986, which earned him recognition as one of Hollywood's brightest young stars. His roles in Wall Street, 1987, and Major League, 1989, solidified his status as a leading man in Hollywood. However, it was his role as Charlie Harper in the sitcom 2.5 Men that turned him into a household name. Sheen became one of the highest-paid actors on television, earning a staggering $1.8 million per episode. But Charlie Sheen's life was not just a string of box office successes. Behind the scenes, his personal life was filled with turmoil and controversy. His public struggles with addiction and his highly publicized relationships created a turbulent path. In 2011, his career took a dramatic turn when he was fired from 2.5 Men due to his erratic behavior and clashes with the show's producers. His infamous Tiger Blood phase, where he publicly declared his own awesomeness while battling addiction, became a pop culture phenomenon, but also a symbol of his unraveling personal life. Despite these setbacks, Sheen didn't back down. He made a remarkable comeback with Anger Management, 2012 to 2014, where he played a therapist who struggles with anger issues. While the show didn't reach the same heights as 2.5 Men, it marked a new chapter for Sheen, who continued to prove his ability to entertain. However, personal challenges continued to haunt him. In 2015, Sheen made an announcement that shocked the world. He was HIV positive. The news sent shockwaves through the media, and Sheen faced intense scrutiny as he opened up about his diagnosis. He had been living with the virus for several years, but had not publicly disclosed it until then. His revelation was a defining moment in his life, and it prompted widespread discussions about health, privacy, and the stigma surrounding HIV. Throughout his career and personal life, Sheen has faced battles that many would find hard to overcome, yet he has shown a remarkable ability to keep pushing forward. He continues to be a polarizing figure, his charisma and vulnerability capturing attention, while his controversial actions remain the subject of public discourse. Despite the hurdles, Charlie Sheen has not disappeared from the limelight. In fact, he recently returned to acting, participating in Season 2 of the series Bookie, 2023, proving that he still has a place in Hollywood despite the setbacks. But while his career has had its share of setbacks, Charlie Sheen's health struggles are perhaps the most personal challenge he has faced. HIV has not been his only health issue. Over the years, Sheen has struggled with addiction, mental health, and the toll fame has taken on him. But even amid these difficulties, Sheen has shown strength, sharing his experiences with the public and offering a raw look into his personal battles. In recent years, Sheen has also worked on mending his relationships with family, especially with his children and ex-wife, Denise Richards. While his personal life remains complex and sometimes controversial, it is clear that Sheen has a deep commitment to his family. His relationship with his children, particularly his daughters, remains a central part of his life. As for the controversies that continue to follow him, Sheen's struggles with his health, relationships, and past actions still linger. He has faced lawsuits and accusations related to his HIV diagnosis and past behavior, but he has continued to defend himself, claiming that he was upfront about his status and that he is working to be a better person. The public's perception of Sheen remains divided. Some see him as a cautionary tale, while others believe that his journey of redemption is still unfolding. So, where is Charlie Sheen now? He has moved away from the constant media attention and is focused on his health and family. While his acting career may not be as prolific as it once was, he has managed to maintain a loyal following and remains an influential figure in popular culture. Sheen has learned to navigate life with all its challenges, and his ability to bounce back time and time again speaks to his resilience. Charlie Sheen's story is one of triumphs and defeats, of love and loss, but above all, it's a story of survival. He has faced the darkness of addiction, the heartbreak of failed relationships, and the pain of being publicly scrutinized, yet he continues to stand. His legacy will undoubtedly be a complicated one, but it will also be one of a man who never gave up. So, what do you think of Charlie Sheen's journey? Has his story of resilience inspired you? Let us know in the comments below. If this tribute has moved you, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe. Let's keep honoring the figures who have had such a profound impact on our lives, even when their paths are fraught with challenges. Thank you, Charlie Sheen, for showing us that even in the darkest moments, there's a chance for redemption, and that laughter can often be the best way to heal.